One, two, three, four, five. All right. So clap is delayed about a full half second. Fixing audio delay. Audio sync. Delay. Yes. Hello, testing 1 2. I am checking audio. Audio 1 2. Is it any better on YouTube? Is it any better on YouTube? Hello?
I'm outside with your caviar delivery.
Coming out right now. Thanks so much.
Hey, Mose. Quality is great. There's less lag and there's less choppiness. And the delay is like maybe 20 seconds, not even. But we still have audio sync issues. Yeah. I saw this thing from Stream Geeks. I might be just PC only, but they have like a video sync tool that like can help like you can just visualize the sync issues a little better. And you could do it through each source too. So, but I'm wondering if it's just as a whole, whatever's being streamed out is a little delayed. And I'm wondering like, I can't get audio on. Oh, let me see. One, two, three, four, five. Because it might be coming in normally through switchboard, but then having that sync error. But I mean, in general, like that, the fix of the new monitor fixed a lot of the health issues. So stream health wise and quality wise, I think we're solid and locked in. It's just this one audio sync issue, which happens to most streaming. Desktop audio delay. My desktop plays a second or two after the video. Might get, but that's not the point. I forget. It's all Windows. Is there anything for Mac? So I'm gonna mute myself so you guys don't hear me eating. So it's not like a weird ASMR.
Video, I'm going to show you how to finally fix those audio out of sync issues whenever you use your webcam within OBS. You still with me? I got you. Don't go anywhere. Up next. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Low for Low Nose here to help teach and inspire you through audio, video, and tech. Now, before we get started, I've had a lot of requests on this topic, and I really want to get this information out there. So if you guys can interact with this video, leave a like, leave a comment, or even share if you can so we can get this information out there to people who really need to figure this out. Let's pay it forward. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. All right, so if you're having audio sync issues whenever using your webcam within OBS, I've got 2 guaranteed ways to actually fix this problem. Let's get into it. All right, so usually whenever you have an out of sync issue with the audio from your webcam, it looks something like this. We can go ahead and we can start recording. You know, hey, what's up, guys? It's Low for Low Nose, and I am just doing a test right here within OBS. This is a default recording, and let me just make my claps right here. All right, so let's bring this into Vegas. Okay, I've got my session open here. And this is what we just did right here. and we'll play the track. You see how it sounds. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Low for Low Nose, and I am just doing a test right here within OBS. This is a default recording, and let me just make my claps right here. All right, so let's bring this. Okay, so you can see how it's obviously out of sync, and get even more of a finely even tune. You can see how I have the claps here, and these will be my markers to see how they match up with my actual video. So if I scrub into the video and actually see where the clap goes, we can see that the clap actually happens right here. So there is a significant slight delay. So I'm going to leave it right here as I will call this original. And we can see that my delay is probably about, I don't know, 5 milliseconds or whatever it is. This is hour, minute, second, and then whatever this number is, 1/10 of a second, millisecond. So we actually see that there is actually a delay. Now, the first thing we can do to fix this is actually, when you go into your settings of your webcam, make sure the FPS of your recording on the webcam is the same as your project. So right now I have my frame rate as 2979, close to 30 frames per second. It's actually at 30 frames per second, but we want to leave it as close as possible to our project settings to kind of, make sure that there is no kind of discrepancy as far as any kind of like delay or drag time between video and our audio. My audio settings right now, I have it at 48 kilohertz. It can be at 44, 100 or 48 kilohertz. To give you a quick example where that is, this is the quality. Where is it? Audio. You see your sample rate. This is the quality of the sound that you are recording. Obviously, 48 is a higher quality recording compared to 44. It really doesn't make a difference for this particular use, but it's just knowing that if you do one or the other, there is not going to be a different change. All right, so how do we fix this? What is the first way to fix this? All right, so let's go into our mixer. You can see it says mic aux. This is where my microphone is going to be. So I'm going to engage my microphone. All right. Okay, so now we've got levels. So now I will go into the little cog right here, and I will go to Advanced Audio Properties. This is where it's going to bring up my mixer. Now within my mixer, you can see my mic aux, and I have a sync offset millisecond. Now, guys, I have done plenty of examples of trying to figure this out for you guys. Let me show you right here. You see all of this? These are plenty of my examples of trying to figure this out for you. Okay, so what I have come to figure out, and now this number will change for everyone else, but you want to put a value of between 100 to 200. And we are going to do incremental changes from 100, like 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, until we can get our audio as close enough to this point where when we look at, whoops, nope, we don't want to do that. When we bring this up, the actual clap is in line with the, nope, we don't want to. We're adding a delay to the audio. So we are adding a sync offset of a couple of milliseconds. Right now we're going to use a value of 100. And this is going to delay the actual audio from playing. So right now our issue is that the sound happens first, then the action in the video happens next. So we want to add a delay to the sound so the sound doesn't happen sooner. We want to push it closer to, let me get this out of the way. We want to put it closer to the actual video. All right, you're staying with me? So we added a value of 100, and let me give you a little example. Actually, no, I'm not going to give you an example. I am going to give you an example, but I found out that for me, my value of 125 works. Remember, you have your own little setup. You have your USB stuff, you have everything connected to your device. You want to go from 100 to 200 and mess with 125, 150, 175 to 200 and see what brings you closer. All right, so I'm going to make a recording with this value. All right, so I am now recording with an OBS using my microphone connected to the webcam and all that stuff. And let me leave my markers right here. Okay, we will stop that. Let's bring up Vegas again. And now I'll bring my latest clip right here and we will see the difference. Now before we had a difference of, I guess, 5 milliseconds, and now we will play this one. All right, so I am now recording with an OBS using my microphone, connected to the webcam and all that stuff. And let me leave my markers right here. All right, so the claps are a lot closer. So let's actually see, get a visual. And scrub, and look at that. Okay, so the clap actually happens just a little sooner.
Just
okay,
so
look at
you
that.
know,
But it's
I
a
can
lot
hear
closer.
the
Our marker
tutorial
is here.
on this.
I'll
Okay.
put 125 here. And then over here, see, our difference was about, yeah, look at it. It's not even a fourth. It's not even of a millisecond. It's like we can't even measure the value now. Whereas the previous one, from here to here, we can see that it was 5 milliseconds or whatever it's going to be. So that's one way. Another way to actually fix the sync issues is to do it manually in post. So whether you actually adjust the values with a number and
All right, guys, I am so excited to finally release a tool that will solve the #1 problem in OBS for Open Broadcaster live streamers, and that
Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Brent Gill, and if you are having issues like I was using Zoom and streaming through OBS with audio and video sync issues, this is the video for you. This is what was happening with me, and this is directly off of my live stream.
And this.
You see those sync issues where the sound of the clap doesn't match up?
And this.
That's what was going on, and I have figured out how to fix it. So if you're having those issues, stick around, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. Stay tuned for this cool intro that I don't actually have.
Cool intro here.
So, just to recap what is exactly going on, I am using Zoom to live stream my comedy shows that I have every week for the Boulder Comedy Show, based in Boulder, Colorado. Now, I have multiple comedians in the Zoom room, plus I have a handful of laughers in the Zoom room. All of that gets pushed into OBS, and then from OBS, it gets pushed to my website, bouldercomedyshow.com. Now, what I noticed when I started doing this was there was a pretty significant and noticeable and very annoying lag between my video and my audio, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I've upgraded my computer, everything is fine. When I recorded in Zoom, everything was fine. When I put the camera directly into OBS, as I showed earlier, everything was fine. But for some reason, when I put them together, it wasn't working, right? Even when I went from OBS to the live stream, still worked fine. Of course, there's that delay, but everything from when I do it to when I actually see it. But again, the sync was fine. So I knew it wasn't Zoom, and I knew it wasn't the stream. So it had to be something going on with OBS. Now here's what I found out. After I banged my head on the wall for a full frickin' day trying to figure out what was going wrong, I called my internet. I did a bunch of research in the Zoom knowledge base. I called my internet provider as well to upgrade my speed. But my upload speed was all fine. I have a couple tickets in with Zoom to figure out what's going on. No one's been able to figure this out. And I tried it on multiple computers. Right now, I'm recording and doing all this through my Mac Pro Tower behind me, which you cannot see. But I also attempted and tried it through my iMac as well with the same problems. Now, there are two ways to get your Zoom meeting into OBS. You can do a window capture and you can do a display capture. And that is exactly where the key lies, okay? You do not want to do a window capture. This, again, I will specify, this is just my experience. But you don't want to do a window capture. You want to do a display capture. For some reason, there seems to be a lag when you're doing a window capture, likely because it's scanning the whole display and then choosing just a window or something. I don't know. But this is how you do a display capture in OBS to avoid that lag. All right. So we are here in OBS. This is my setup here. And I've already got some stuff kind of set up for this, but this is how we're going to do it. We're going to hit the plus button right down here, and we're going to go up to Display Capture. We're going to want to click on Display Capture. And we're going to choose it. You can name it if you want. Since it's just an experiment, I'm not doing that. So we're going to choose the display, and we're going to go and I have 2 of them, so this is the one I want. Now down here, I clicked to crop to window, and then it'll crop to that actual window there. Or you can do manual cropping, which is pretty cool too. And then you can just right-click here to get it to go transform, and then fit to screen, so that'll fit to screen there a little bit quicker. And what I like about the manual crop is you can manually crop it just like this, which definitely saves you some time there. For some reason, it's just better than picking display itself. So make sure you choose manual crop or choose window and manual crop. Get it set up how you like it. Fade it in if you're in studio mode. And that is display capture. And so this is what the final video will now look like.
What happens?
All right, now we're going to do it on this camera over here. And to show you the first video.
And this. And this.
And now the new video.
What happens? What happens?
Now, it's definitely important to note that you can't 100% fix the latency issue, okay? You got to keep in mind what's actually happening here, right? So most likely your guest is most out of sync and you are kind of out of sync, right? So you got to think, their Zoom is uploading it to the internet. The internet then sends it to your internet. That gets downloaded through your router, put into your computer, into your Zoom. Your Zoom is then put into your OBS. Your OBS is then encoding it and then live streaming it back to the internet. So that's a lot of things happening to get that perfect sync done, right? So you can't expect perfection in that sense, at least not that I'm able to figure out how to do. However, I have noticed a massive difference in the latency issues and the sync issues when I did display capture versus window capture. And that's it. I can't believe I spent a full
I was muted that whole time. Sorry. Because I checked YouTube also. I was like, why isn't my audio coming up? All right, here we go. One, two, three, four, five. Mose, it... Oh, it's good. Was it window versus display? It looks great now. I feel good. It's Thursday, so I think if we get a confirmation if Bill wants to swap people out, we can do another test Monday or Tuesday where we kind of just go through the scenarios, you know, having more people on and switching scenes and stuff. Yeah, so I will request. I'll request them to be in 30 minutes before the broadcast starts. I assume we'll go live once the broadcast starts. What are you gonna say? Talent for now, according to Pat, is Bill with Rosillo, KOC, and Raja Bell. I think they're waiting on. Yeah, or four, something like that. Yeah. So I mentioned to Pat, I'd love it if it was all four at the same time. It makes our lives much easier. But we'll see. It would just take more coordination. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's. And hopefully, if Pat's able to, I'd love to get the talent on like Wednesday to test. Even like have them all come on Wednesday, and we kind of do a pre-pro meeting where we cycle through like run a show and what beats we need to hit. And in that case, like that's perfect for you to even lock in everything then, so that by Thursday we're everything's set and looked in the right spot. Yeah, and then we swap out. Oh, that looks good. And the switch was kind of seamless. Nice. All right, cool. I feel good about stopping these stream down since we fixed that. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. So I dropped it in a message to Pat regarding. Yep. All right, cool. Well,